What's going on, everybody? It's Encore again, and this is your daily reminder that tomorrow never comes, meaning none of our tomorrows are guaranteed. So let's stop waiting for some date in the future and do it today. In today's more of say a little bit of offbeat. I'm all about crypto. I love the crypto space, and I'll tie that in at the end. But today is more of a let me get something off my chest. Let me pour out from my brain kind of some things I hear and some things I have done and said myself to avoid doing certain things. Right? We all know the big ones, right? I'm too tired, too busy. There's a lot of stuff going on in my life. Yada yada yada. Right? Blah 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 blah. There's lots of things. There's always something. Right? But what I wanted to kind of relate is something I've fallen into before is I'm not going to do something. I don't want to do something until I can do my quality, right? My level of quality. I've said that many times. I've heard many people say it, and it really comes down to it's a cop out, right? Because think about this. If you really wanted to put quality in, right? You're worried about quality. You would put more time into something. You wouldn't ignore it. You wouldn't say no, I'm not going to do it. You would put your head down and you would, put in whatever work you needed to, get to the level of quality that you think is your level. I've done that many times. Right? And it's so easy just to be like, again, I'll do it tomorrow or I'll do it some other day, and you never hold yourself accountable. It's easier just to be like, yeah, I'm not going to jump into it until I can put my 100% focus in, and so that I'm going to have the quality that I know I can deliver. And I think we need to kind of step back and look at it for what it is. 99.9% of the time, it's a cop-out. It really is. You could do something of high quality, whatever it is, and get started, right? You could at least start the ball rolling. And it was just something, because even for me today, I'm tired. I don't want to work out. I don't want to make this video. A lot of things that kind of run through my mind is I'll do it tomorrow. I don't want to put something out that's half-assed or anything like that, and it's not quality and this and I don't have quality production. I don't have the lights, I don't have the graphics, none of that. Who knows what this even sounds like? This is the start of my YouTube journey, but I've made a promise, right? And I've got to keep promises to myself, just like you guys do, right? And if you can't keep promises to yourself, you don't build credibility with yourself. You don't build self-esteem, self-confidence, none of that. Because everyone's looking, including myself, has always been looking for inspiration. Yeah, you know what? I'm inspired. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z today. What happens when tomorrow you have no inspiration? Right? Everyone wants to say, I want to be an athlete. Yeah, because you see what they do on game day. But what about the days leading up to the game? Right? All the practice time, the nutrition, the training. You gotta grind. And it's not the inspiration. And this video, I have two daughters, 3 years old and 5 years old, and so this video, I'm kind of speaking to them, right, as they get older, that you're not always gonna like what you do. You might like the overall process. You might like the end result, but to get there, you may not like the process. Right? And I know Gary Vee and a bunch of others say enjoy the process, but that's not every day. And if you can, kudos to you, that's great. But me, most of us, we don't. So we always wait for the inspiration. We all say I'll do something tomorrow, and we rationalize things, right? Yeah, I'm not going to do it because I can't put in quality time. I can't create the quality that I know I'm capable of. Well, okay, well if you're capable of producing quality, put the time in. Simple as that, right? Stop saying tomorrow, next week, next month. Get it done. At least start. And then just keep the ball rolling. So this was more of a rant. That's why I kind of named this Real Talk. It's a real talk for me to look forward to and remind myself on days that I don't want to do certain things. It's real talk for my daughters. It's real talk for anyone who's listening. You don't need inspiration, right? You just got to keep promises that you've made to yourself. And over time, that's what's going to create inspiration. What's interesting is you'll hear, what I'm saying is nothing's new, right? Sometimes even for myself, I hear it from people who have mass followings or they've reached a certain status or accomplished a bunch of things. So we always just attribute it to, yeah, well, that's easy for him to say or her to say because they are where they are, right? They work out regularly because they've got, vast amount of money and they can afford to do so. All these things run through our head. Oh, well, they release these beautiful videos or do whatnot because it's, they have the time, right? They this is what they do full time and they make good money doing it. All these things run through our heads. And I just want to put this out there that the only one that matters is you. And so if you make a promise, if you say something in your mind, but especially if you say it out loud, you've made a promise to yourself. You owe it to yourself to follow through with it. So I said I was going to kind of tie this into crypto. If you've ever wanted to, learn anything, even just what Bitcoin is or Ethereum is or Ether is, like any piece, you don't need to learn all of it in one day. It's impossible, right? It's impossible to learn it in 2 days, a week. That's not the point. The point is go read an article, go speak to somebody who's invested in crypto. Go speak to, a bunch of people. Don't just listen to the person who was maybe chasing a quick buck and lost everything. They're always going to have a negative spin, right? But still not a bad person to listen to. Why did they get in the first place? So really just be accountable to yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. If you say you're going to do something, just do it. Just stick to it. Do not wait for tomorrow. Okay, so again, crypto is here to stay. Jump into it. Do not wait for some date you think you're going to feel comfortable or know more or whatever the case may be. There's never an opportune time. Just get going. So for my daughters who may be watching at some point in time, who are 3 and 5 years old, be accountable to yourself. Doesn't matter if anyone tries to keep you accountable. Don't look for inspiration. Just get things done, right? Make yourself happy. Build your self-esteem. Keep your promises. All right, guys, that's all for today. I'll see you in the next one.